Let's have a real conversation, not just about buying a house, but about the actual cost of living a good life in Athens, Georgia. Hey y'all, I'm Melissa B. McCall, your relocation agent, lifestyle matchmaker, and the heart behind Selling Bee Home Tours, also known as The Selling Bee. And I help families and soul-led professionals align their values with their lifestyle. And today I'm walking you through the cost of living in Athens, Georgia in 2025. From someone who actually walks these streets and works with clients here every single week. Now, I'm not just talking rent or mortgage, I'm talking groceries, yoga studios, babysitters, hidden utility costs, and the real life numbers behind what it takes to thrive, not just survive here. So let's talk housing. What you'll actually pay in 2025. Let's start with the biggest category, your home. And here's what I'm seeing on the ground this year. So starter homes in family-friendly neighborhoods like Eastside or Winterville are around $325 to $375. And these often need a little cosmetic love, but are structurally sound with potential. Then you have the move-in ready homes with charm and mid-sized yards, like in Normaltown or Forest Heights, that range from $400 to $525,000. And these go fast, especially if they're walkable to parks or shops. Luxury or custom builds in Five Points, Lakewood, or Oak Grove start around $650 and go up to $1.2 million. These are for buyers who want craftsmanship, location, and lifestyle, all in one. Now, don't be fooled by Zillow, because some of the best deals happen through private sales, word of mouth, or even when you work with an agent who knows which listings are about to drop. So, check your girl out for sure. Now, let's talk about utilities, energy costs, all of these things, real numbers, right? The stuff that most agents never bring up. Now, electricity is ran by Georgia Power and $130 to $250 per month, depending on the square footage and the season is what you want to expect. And if you're using or living in a historic home, then you want to ask about installation and the age of the HVAC, because homes can spike in July and January for sure. Water and sewer here average about $60 to $90 a month for a family. Internet is usually $70 to $90 a month through Spectrum or AT&T. Trash and recycling sometimes includes private as well. You would want to budget $30 to $40 a month for that. And if you're building or buying new, you want to invest in spray foam insulation and a high efficiency HVAC. It'll save you hundreds per year in Athens during the humid summers that we're having right now. Now, food and groceries. Let's talk about that. If you're trying to do conscious living costs, then of course it's going to be more. So food's one of those areas where values really shape your budget. A traditional grocery run at Kroger or Publix costs about $150 to $200 a week for a family of four. Conscious or organic living shopping at Daily Co-op or Earth Fare or local farms can range $250 to $350 a week. Eating out locally, so if you're thinking breakfast, you're thinking $8 to $12, lunch $12 to $18, dinner for two with drinks, maybe $60 to $100 at places like the National or 5 and 10. And also here's a little tip. So if you join a local wine or farm shares, there's a $25 a month wine club at Shiraz wine shop that gets you boutique bottles and invites to private tastings with the locals. It's really cool. Then let's talk childcare, schooling, and family life. So if you're raising kids in Athens, here's what you need to know about costs and options. So daycare here is between $700 and $1,100 per month per child, depending on the program. You've got private schools that range between $7,500 and $12,000 a year. Montessori and micro schools, they often range around $850 to $1,200 a month. And there's also an incredible community of alternative education like co-ops, homeschool pods, and nature-based schools that are more affordable and values aligned. There's a group called Athens Wild and Free that organizes field trips and learning groups weekly for families who homeschool. So if you're conscious about screen time, freedom-based learning, or human design informed parenting, you'll love this scene. Now, when we get into wellness, movement, and self-care, let's talk lifestyle there. What does it cost to feel good here? Well, yoga classes about $20 for a drop-in or $130 a month for unlimited access. We've got energy healing or acupuncture, $85 to $125 per session. Massage therapy, $90 to $150, depending on the style and the length. Gyms, $45 to $85 a month at boutique studios like Elevate and Club Pilates. Juice and smoothie shops like Rasa or Juice Cleanse Cafe, $9 to $14 per item. And if your lifestyle includes rituals like breath work, cacao ceremonies, or somatic work, Athens has a small but growing underground of providers who operate mostly through referral. So I can help you plug into that. When we talk about transportation and hidden costs, the gas averages about $3.25 per gallon currently. Car insurance about $100 and $160 per month, depending on your vehicle and driving record. And then parking downtown is free in some areas, but there are also meters elsewhere at $150 per hour. Parking tickets cost about $15 to $25 if you forget to pay. And if you plan to live downtown, you want to factor in off-street parking or budget $50 to $100 a month for dedicated space, or choose a home in Boulevard or Beechwood with walkability and a driveway, which gives you best of both worlds. Now let's talk about the emotional cost or lack thereof. The emotional cost of where you live, and here's where Athens shines. So I've had clients come from big cities where they were spending thousands per month and still felt anxious, disconnected, or burned out. And in Athens, you can live beautifully or less and feel like you have time again. Here, a $500,000 home might come with a fire pit, a big backyard, neighbors who wave, and stars you can actually see. That's the kind of wealth you can't put on a spreadsheet. And so my final thoughts here are, what does it really cost to live well in Athens, Georgia in 2025, right? Well, somewhere between $4,500 and $7,500 per month, depending on your lifestyle. But the real ROI is peace, presence, and alignment. So if you're thinking of moving to Athens, or you just want help mapping out what it would cost to live the way you want to live here, reach out. I do private consultations, lifestyle-aligned home searches, and relocation support that's rooted in your values, not just your pre-approval letter. Feel free to download my free Athens Cost of Living Guide. It's got a side-by-side comparisons, insider hacks, and even a monthly budgeting worksheet tailored to different lifestyles. And make sure to subscribe if this kind of deeper, non-generic content speaks to you. I'm Melissa B. McCall, and I help you move with clarity, confidence, and connection. This is Selling Bee Home Tours, and this is how we do real estate differently.